A no doesn't become a yes over time, you know. Ah, there you are. Husband. Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not-at-all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical.
They long take her arm with a grin, tell the children they must be mistaken. Squint at a lot of them. Who's Losa? Say she must have you confused with someone else. Look at the passel of dirty kids and say they seem well enough like brats to you. Take your leave. They look enough like brats to me.
Oh, they're not so bad. At least not when they're treating me, Madam Josephine Gribble de Peeve, with due deference.
The children break out into giggles.
What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we?
Say that's true enough. Shake her hand. Losa, you presume? Ask if she couldn't find more age-appropriate companions. Say you're more concerned with survival than entertainment. Yeah, survival.
Guess you aren't a creative type, are you, Chief? I say they're one and the same.
Ask her if she knows anything about the murder.
Nope. Trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Good luck, Chief.
Okay.
It was one of them. I know it. Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate. You one of them? A divine order loyal? They killed a sorcerer, you know. They'll hide the evidence well enough, but make no mistake.
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions. He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
Boy, tell me you ought to think twice before addressing you like a child. Ask what you're meant to be hearing. Give his request away and ask him what he knows about the murder on board. What am I meant to be hearing?
The ship, of course.
Quiet and listen to the sounds of the ship.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And?
Tell him the ship is moaning like a sick man. Say the sea sounds angry like it's trying to capsize the ship. Remark that your shipmates are as chatty as gulls. You can barely hear over the din. Tell me you don't hear anything unusual. We don't hear anything unusual.
Then you're not listening hard enough, mate. Go on.
How dare you classify this slopless food?
Ask him what exactly you're supposed to be listening to.
You've got ears on your head, haven't you? You need me to show you how to use them?
Alright, close your eyes and try to let the ambient sounds of the ship fade away.
There now, just like that.
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back. The other catches you before you lose your footing.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news.
Ask what's got him so excited. That was nothing more than a rat. Nod, you heard it. What's it supposed to be? Decide to leave him to his soundscape and secret. What's it supposed to be?
The wheel, don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east. Burn my beard. That means if we've been travelling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
Tell him he shouldn't talk like that about such a magnificent beard. Ask why he's so excited about reaching Fort Joy. You haven't heard anything good about the place. Note he must be a practiced sailor. Ask what the figure means to him. Tell me you shouldn't talk like that about such a magnificent beard.
Ah, so you've eyes as well as ears, eh? You'll go far, mate. Even here.
No, you must be a practice sailor.
Captain, actually. And that figure tells me we're getting close to the joy. Close to what lies beyond it, too.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
Say nothing, but look him over once before leaving. You may want to find him again inside Fort Joe. Okay.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That right? I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Mezd. Your kind always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a campfire.
Well, you've got this wolf on a leash now.
Soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it.
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons for you to come closer.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp Ifan.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again.
Let's move closer to him.
He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
Ask Giffen why the Magister suspects him of murder. This doesn't seem like the optimal part of the ship to hang around. Take your leave. Why is he
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing. Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants.
Ask Giffen what he did to find himself at the mercy of a subordinate. Say that you're still curious about the murder. Did he do it? And quietly back away. Still curious.
No. The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed intensity.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough.
How dare you classify this slop as food? I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
We'll leave it at that.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
Unacceptable. I've never done.
And I will talk to the Red
anything
Prince.
less than a dozen-course dinner. Well, well. What have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell. Let's size you up, shall we? See if you'll do.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
Humor him, let's see where this leads. Mumble through clenched jaws, what on earth is he doing? Nerf, slap his hand away. Hard. Humor him.
There's some discoloration, as well as a rather disconcerting lack of tongue and gums, but I've seen worse. After all, one can't expect to find prime merchandise on a squalid little ship like this. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
No, tell him you're quite the wizard in the kitchen, a true chef. Laugh and say you can hardly tell us turkey from a turnip. As Fian, tell him it's been an eternity since you've tried. Undead say you can, but that your sense of taste isn't what it used to be. Tell him you're not answering his damn questions, take your leave. It's been an eternity.
In which case, I take it your cuisine is limited to the introduction of eggs to hot water. How disappointing. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor?
Most certainly, tell him, given a shade of satin, you can make a bum look like a barn. Stick a thumb through one of the holes in your garb and say these provide cool in summer. You've had enough of this. You can stuff his questions. Let's stick with some.
Yes, I can tell from your vagabond chic, a bag is as good as a shirt kind of style. I shouldn't be getting my hopes up. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after.
Say you most certainly have personal pride. You're no stranger to combs, powders, and perfumes. Rubbing your chin, tell him you're trying to recall the last time you bathed. What month is this? You tired of this game, tell him to bugger off. What month is it?
Just as I thought. That explains what's besieging my nostrils. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. Let's evaluate, shall we? As per your own testimony, you have the taste buds of a dung beetle, the fashion sense of a monkey in a clown suit, and your personal hygiene reminds one of a carcass rotting in the sun.
Sounds about right.
That won't do at all, see? I'm sad to say I must deny you the opportunity to be my slave. Ever so sorry.
Stare at him. Lower your head and tell him you're mightily disappointed. Stare at him blankly. He was looking for you to be his what now? Tell him you've half a mind to punch him in the face. Okay.
You should probably come to terms with the fact that you've half a mind, full stop. You'll never attain the rank of slave with manners such as that. Still, hone your skills, and one day you may just qualify for a position in a lesser household than mine. You keep dreaming, you hear?
We'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it.
It was one of them. I know it. You put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
Oh yeah, I knew there was another one. Settle.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them. I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying
An
on.
elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
Wonder what she's doing. Ask if you may join her. You'll ask if we
She
may join
shakes
her.
her head.
Game for one, I'm afraid. Rolling dice. Deciding fates.
Frown. Whose fate is she deciding? Laugh. Can she read the future and cayenne trails as well?
She eyes you quite seriously.
Not the future, no, but I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
You don't see why not. Extend your arm. Decline. You don't know where her tongue has been. Extend the arm. It's going to be a problem.
She looks at you in surprise when you bare an arm of bone.
My. Guess I'll have to find out the memory from Marrow, won't I?
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers, watching, staring at them, hoping that none would stare back. You were desperate to speak up, to reach out, to form a connection with these strange creatures. But you were scared, terrified even, of what they might think of you.
Stare at the ground, embarrassed. You had quite forgotten about that. Admit wide-eyed, that's exactly right. Snap at her, she doesn't know what in the 7 hells she's talking about. Stare at the ground.
She pats you on the shoulder consolingly.
There, don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me. I don't lick and tell.
Ask whose fate those dice of hers are deciding. Decide is probably best to take your leave. Whose fate?
Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
We'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it.
Here to register, sir. Good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last passenger. You faring okay so far?
Tell him you're fine. Say you've been through worse. Ask if he actually cares. Ask if he'd be fine collared like a dog and stuck in the ship's hold with a corpse and a murder on the loose. Let's go with the 4th.
He tugs the collar of his uniform and chuckles.
Sorry you're upset, sir. But we all wear what we wear for a reason. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
Maybe that has the Magisters more concerned than more appetite.
And if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
Say yes, sir, and turn to leave. This murderer must be brought to justice. This may be the perfect opportunity to create a mutiny. Tell the woman you stand by her, or address the sorcerer and ask her what she meant by there are others whose lives must end. Let's go with that one.
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale, though, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
Mask! She stole it. If these savages see me without it, they will have my skull for a goblet.
Okay, so as you can see, I no longer have that fancy mask. So there's gonna be something around here. Hopefully. He's nothing on. Some gold. Nothing on. Let's take all that. Actually, let's equip a weapon. Lock level 5. We'll lift the broken sauce collar. There's a puck. That are good. That'll do. So yep, veiled undead. Hidden from those around. That'll work. Get a spring room, he had that on. Yeah, we'll take that stuff. And that stuff.
Oh! What happened? Must have been the turnips.
Grab a nearby cup and throw some water in his face, or slap him in the face. He needs to get up now.
Water? Wine, for goodness sake! Oh!
The lizard's eyes close as he slips into unconsciousness.
Yeah, let's do that too.
The dwarf lies in a heap on the floor, his great beard twisted and tangled around him. He is stock still. You can't see if he's living or dead.
Call to him. Is he alright? I made a noise. That must mean he's okay. Gold.
Ifan lies motionless, curled on the ground like an animal. Under his shaggy hair, you can see green eyes fluttering as if in a nightmare. A low whine escapes his lips.
Okay, shaking.
His eyes flicker open, but he doesn't register your presence at all.
Lucien. Lucien.
Ifan cries out, then his eyes fall closed again. No matter how much you shake him now, he cannot be roused.
It's like, well, let us. Okay. Let's see. Pocket knife. Restoration scroll. Not for me though. Pumpkin. Yeah, I'll take that.
No, not the final dark. Not yet.
Reassure her you'll get her out of here if you
It's no
can.
use. Your words do not seem to reach her.
The dice roll darkly.
Rolling for me. Okay. And then we'll just go over to Los.
The young woman lies in a heap on the floor. She's breathing normally, but her eyes are wide open, like those of a corpse. Dark, greyish-black clouds swirl through them.
All like the her
She
wake up.
doesn't stir.
Okay. We'll go up the stairs.